Hi, all of you. This is Gil. So today it's May 27th, 2026. So I kind of discovered something that I actually have, or I mean, it's an interesting thing. Hyperthymesia. I mean, it's something like it's to do with like superior memory. I mean, yeah, because I had like I mentioned that in a video before that I have very good memory, like remarkable memory, like where I can remember as far back as when I was a month old. Like even when I was born. I mean, yes, I remember. I mean, it's crazy because, and you would wonder. I mean, because like the first thing, the furthest back I can remember is my mom holding me in her lap, like when we were riding in a car. And then I distinctively remember that I was looking through the windshield of the car that we were riding in, and I would see the blue skies. Like my face would be like facing up when my mom was holding me, and I would see blue skies with pretty white clouds. I mean, yeah, I mean, and so you kind of figure maybe that was probably some of the first things that I ever saw when I was a kid. So, like the heavens, like the heavens. So, yeah. So, but you kind of figure, like, I can remember that when I would be sleeping or when I'd be relaxing in the relaxed state, I just know that I had nothing in my mind, not a care in the world. Well, I had nothing in my mind. My memory was blank when I was born, right? I mean, you figure my memory's blank. But for some of you, you'd probably think that a blank memory would sound like scary to look at. But in reality, it's not exactly like that for me. Because the things I can remember is like the memory was blank. My memory was blank at the time. But the thing was that instead of seeing a, a white background, or instead of seeing a black background or nothing, like with nothing in it, I see like a really nice pretty blue sky with clouds in the background instead. So yeah, I mean, that's what I remember. That's what my mind looked like. It was just a plain just cloud, like a really pretty blue sky, the sight of a really pretty blue sky and clouds. That's all it was in my memory at the time. Telling you. So that you figure that this is an illustration of what was it, what I saw. Like, let's say that my mom was sitting here and I was born, barely born, and you kind of figure my head would be pointing up like that, and this is what we would see. That's what I saw. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I distinctly remember those moments, like riding in a car, and my head was like this, and I could see, you could see you could see through the windshield, and then you could see the clouds. Yeah. By having the hyperthymesia, I mean, they say it's very rare, but I could tell you, man, there's no denying that I can remember those things in detail, and I can remember pretty much every single year of my life in detail, pretty much, or maybe like the first 5 years, maybe not perfectly detailed, but it's enough to be of significance. I mean, so yeah, I mean, to be able to pass out a good story about the things I remember. I mean, but I all I could tell you is like I remember in detail everything that's happened in my life from when I was born all the way until today. Every year, every single year. You give me a year, or you give me how old I was, and I'll remember in detail what happened on that year. Like for the example, if someone's gonna tell me 5 years old, well, I remember 5 years old. We were living in the house in Encinitas, and I remember my life there. I loved Batman. And what's crazy too is like I can remember dreams that I had as a kid. I can remember a bunch of dreams. and everything about it when I was a kid. You give me a year and I'll remember. I'll remember in detail what happened and on to me on that year. But for the most part, my life was fun. I mean, throughout, well, the things were fun. I remember mostly fun things, but I also remember bad things, some bad things too. I mean, like, so yeah, I mean, yeah, I've never been. No one has ever diagnosed me with that or anything. But I mean, it just came to my attention, because I Googled it the other day about like I asked AI or Google about what if someone remembers when they were a kid, and then they brought up that word, hyperthymesia. They say that it's very rare. It's a very rare to come around someone who remembers every detail, even especially when they're a baby. I can distinctively remember my mom changing my diaper when I was like 2 months old or a year old or something, 2 years old. I can distinctively remember things like that. I mean, I remember like in detail. I mean, like I remember my childhood, like on the first 5 years of my life in detail. But yeah, in detail, I'm not gonna be able to know month to month, but I remember enough detail, like from when I was born until I was 5. But I just know that on the first parts of my life, on the first like couple months of my life, I mean, if I remember like what was in my mind, it was just a nice, pretty blue sky and clouds in the background. That's all that was in my mind, So yeah, I mean, instead of a empty box, yeah. But now, if anyone was gonna say, what's the disadvantage of having superior memory like that? Well, I mean, it could have its drawbacks. It's because it's like my mind is constantly busy. I mean, I researched a little bit about that. I mean, about the downsides. And one of the downsides, too, is I mean, I cannot remove any kind of memory that I remember, including bad ones. I mean, I have some bad memories and I cannot remove it. I mean, there's no way I could never forget those things, and it could be kind of irritating, like to have to be remembering all. I don't want to remember some of the bad things. I mean, I don't want to remember it, but I can't remove it. I mean, it's like a read-only memory on a computer. You can't remove that. I mean, it could be a disadvantage. I mean, about it. I mean, it could be a drawback about having this condition, but what do I think is a good thing about it? I mean, what would I think? Well, I mean, it's a nice thing because I can remember in detail pretty much every year of my life. I mean, starting at age, say, 10 years old, I can remember month to month. I can remember in detail month to month in my life, like from 10 years old on, all the way until how old I am now. So, for an example, I'll just give myself an example. But what happened on July 1981? Well, July 1981, we were living in Mexico at the time. In 1981, I was not 10, 11 years old yet. I was just really into my cassettes and my tape recorder. We were living in Mexico, and we were going to move into back to USA later, like a month later or 2 months later. I mean, we were in summer school. Okay, give me another year. I'll say 1984 January. Well, on January 1984, that's when my dad started building the rooms in the house, in the Covina house. That's the month that my dad had started to dig something in the backyard, and that's when he officially decided to start building the room additions in that house that we lived in, the Covina house, the 1634 One Edna place. I mean, it's like I can remember in detail. I mean, and in some cases, I can actually even remember like what I wore on some days. I mean, I can remember what I wore, for an example. But you know what I remember a lot of is dreams that I had in my days, in my past. I remember a bunch of dreams. I recall a lot of dreams in my past, like when I was younger. I mean, I can remember a dream I had when I was like 6 years old, like it was to do with Batman, or I know it was a dream I had at 5 years old where I felt like I was a kid, a very important kid, and I had superpowers or something, and I pointed the sky, and then the sky started turning into colors or turning into like a thunder and lightning or something, like those shows, Voltron or yeah, that's an example. I mean, yeah. And another thing too is like dreams. As of today, 2026, I remember pretty much every dream I have, like in the night. Well, of course, I'm not gonna be able to remember like by the day. I'm not gonna remember, but every day when I wake up, every morning I wake up, I remember the dream I had. Because most people actually forget their dreams. I mean, it's always a case of that where, like, most of you probably will forget your dream the moment you wake up and stuff. Like, forget all about it. But for me, I remember pretty much every single dream I have when I wake up in the morning. And pretty much every single dream. Of course, I'm not going to keep a memory of every dream that I have in the last 10 years or 5 years or month or what. Sometimes I may want to document, sometimes I've done that a few times. But I mean, the ones that were really fun are the ones that I'm going to actually write down. I'm going to write down the things I remember, or I'm going to actually like research on what the interpretation of that dream was, why I had it, and it was like mostly fun dreams. I mean, but it could be some bad ones too. That's today. So anyways, so that could probably explain one of the reasons why I'm so into nostalgia stuff, like why I don't want to leave the past. Or it could be a part of the reason why I'm so into like the things of the past or the past. I mean, that's another thing. See, hyperthymesia is going to have the tendency to not be able to. Like, even if I wanted to forget the past, I can't. I mean, it's something that I cannot do. I mean, it just doesn't get erased in my memory, It's like nothing can erase the things that happened to me. I mean, it's like people will all tell me, well, you got to stop thinking about the past. Well, I mean, that's easy for anyone to tell me because it's not something that's easy to do, to forget the past. It's not something that someone with hyperthymesia can do. I mean, apparently we just can't erase it. I mean, we cannot erase it. I mean, I'm going to record this guy. This is like what my dream, this is what my mind looked like when I was a kid, when I was a baby. So yeah, so this is what this is what my mind looked like when I was like 1 year old or less, or like maybe a month old. This is what my mind looked like. It was blank, but instead of being an empty space, it's clouds and pretty blue skies and clouds. That's what the picture of a blank memory looked like in me back when I was 2 years or 2 months old, But, and for the record, my memory is really good still. I mean, I'm 55 right now, but it's like, my memory is really good. I mean, it's really good. I mean, I have not lost any memory or anything. I mean, it doesn't go away. I mean, it doesn't get erased. I mean, nothing can erase my memory, I mean, but could that be a bad thing? I mean, well, it could be a bad thing. It could be a bad thing if we have bad memories. If we have bad memory, I mean, well, per people who may have post-traumatic stress disorder or something. I don't have any of that though, really. But anyways, I mean. And speaking of this, the hyperthymesia, I mean, it's like my memory was so good. It's so good that I actually made a life story. I actually written down a life story of all things that I remember as a kid. I mean, and I actually put in detail what I remember dating back to when I was born. I mean, yeah, I mean, you heard me right. I mean, they say it's very rare for someone to actually remember that far. I mean, well, you know, it's crazy because my kid, doesn't have any memory. She tells me that she has absolutely no memory of when she was a kid, when she was little. She has no memory. So apparently she doesn't have that, hyperthymesia. For me, I have a big case of it. I mean, I have a pronounced case of it. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it's something that I just discovered right now. I just discovered that. I mean, so yeah. So if I was gonna have my say, what can I do to work with it? I mean, what can I do to work with this if I can't erase my memory? I mean, if I cannot erase like the bad things in memory, what would I think I could do? I mean, well, I mean, I maybe create new memories that are fun right now. I mean, I guess. I mean, well, and then I'm gonna remember the things that's happened. I'll be adding new stuff in my memory every year. I mean, it's infinite, you know, like it's infinite for me. I mean, I'm adding new things in my memory every day. I mean, it's infinite, basically. I mean, chilling. Okay, well, I hope you liked this video about what I discovered in myself. So yeah, I mean, hyperthymesia. I mean, anyways, all right, I'll see you on the next video.